Hey guys, welcome back to another video. The reason why we're awkwardly showing you the back of Ted's shirt right now is because it's the THP Deer Tour shirt and it just went on sale. We're going to post a link to it below. Great Christmas gift for you or all your friends, your family, whatever. So head over to the website, check out the Hunting Public Deer Tour shirts and our new decals. We got a couple of different options. We'll put those down below as well. But on today's video, we're going to be doing some gun hunting action with our buddy Eric Barber from Vortex right here in Iowa. Got pretty crazy. Hope you guys like it. Here he is, guys. Slinging Rick is back with the band.
Coffee, breakfast pizza. I've already been working on this one.
You didn't even make it out of the store.
Nope.
Folks, he's got a problem.
I was talking to the guy in there, the one who makes the donuts. He's not even a fan of pumpkin, but he loves these pumpkin donuts. Figured that out.
Looks like they got himself one, huh?
Yep.
It's moving. Welcome to gun season, huh, Rick?
Hoping for similar results. Save some for us. We're gonna go down and scout out this dead end road and just see what we're basically bouncing from spot to spot, looking at hunting pressure. And there was a guy stuck up here. The roads are real sloppy, but he said there's a bunch of guys down there driving, so we're gonna kind of bounce to option B at this point, and we'll see what we can find. Basically, you know, even with today being pretty wet and rainy, we're not even gonna call it a loss if we don't even get out of the truck. You know, at least we'll know where people.
There's a deer running on the hillside way over there.
We'll know where people are and are not for tomorrow and then the next couple days. I seriously wonder though, like I think a lot of times when you see something like that, I wonder if they're just, like they know those hunters are there. They're just calculating their next move, you know?
100%, yeah, she's being...
She knows she's safe.
Alright folks, here's the deal. Rick's got this nasty looking gun. He's gonna looking to sling at something. That's how he got the name Slingin' Rick. But what we're gonna do here is there's a little piece of private land. It's just a fescue field. And our buddy down the road who owns it, he'll let us go back here and walk to the piece of public. So what Eric and Aaron, the standers, are gonna do is they're gonna walk down the fence row, get right on the corner of the public into a spot where they can see, and it kind of funnels the deer down a creek bottom. And then Logan and I are gonna go up, and we've got a wind blowing from the east, and we're just gonna let our scent kind of drift down that creek channel going towards these guys. We're gonna still hunt our way through, see if there's deer in there, and Eric and Aaron will be posted up if deer start to escape. But Logan and I are just gonna go real slow, kind of letting our scent drift down in there, not gonna be trying to blow them out of there, just trying to still hunt into deer. And if we spook them, they'll hopefully run to these guys. So, look at that thing. That thing looks like it's looking to bark.
I'm just bringing 10 bullets.
Just 10?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see if we can't make this thing make some noise.
Use them wisely.
We were driving around from spot to spot and saw quite a bit of hunting pressure, and this is kind of plan B for us, but definitely a good option nonetheless, so we'll see what happens.
Ready now.
It'll be pretty exciting, I think.
I think it could be.
You think just tuck right in this cedar here?
Yeah.
Get to cover all that stuff.
Cover that pretty easily.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's no problem. You can shoot in the timber a little bit.
Here's the situation we got here, guys. Eric and I are basically set up to intercept these bucks as they escape the bedding area. A lot of times, I mean even today, we've already seen drivers set up on these big wide open areas, these big fields, trying basically to intercept deer as they're spooked out of the bedding. The problem is most of the time when these big bucks are bumped out of these bedding areas, they don't just go running out across the middle of an open field. They escape through the cover, using the terrain to their advantage as they stay hidden from bedding area to bedding area, because that's where they're going. They're headed from that first bedding area that they're bumped out of to the very next available place that is secure. A lot of times these big boys, they're not going to take off a mile across a field to go down the road. Most of the time they don't leave. They just ease out of that bedding area. And what we're doing today is Zach and Logan are up in here. Wind's coming from this direction, blowing right at me and Eric. And Zach and Logan are letting their scent drift down into this bedding behind us, just trying to nudge those bucks out of it, ease in this direction. It's called wind bumping. And it's very, very effective because the deer leave the bedding area and they're not running Mach 3 through here. They're just easing off quietly, trying to escape and head to the next secure location. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it essentially does the same exact thing as a drive, but whereas a drive, you might be shooting at a running deer going full speed.
Exactly.
A wind bump, you might have, much more controlled shot opportunity.
Yeah, and you can see what Eric is working with here for shot options. This is kind of a thick little brushy field that I'm hoping that they'll use as a travel corridor to head up into this bedding behind us. And because of the snow cover, he can even see down into the timber a little way, so this should work. We've got a big open field that we walked in from behind us, and that's where most people would probably be set up because they can see and shoot further. Those big bucks aren't going to go out across the middle of that. They're going to stay down in here in the cover.
Oh man, we need to get ready. Yeah, hurry up and get that gun going.
Well, we loaded up the muzzleloader. There's a notch on this. And I was like, Zach, it won't go past this notch. And he's like, do you think Jake loaded it last night? So we called Jake up. He loaded the and he loaded the muzzleloader up last night for us. And now we got 2 bullets stuck in the muzzleloader.
We
Just
got
had
literally
about
deer. There's still one right there.
10 or 15 deer right behind, like, shooting range from the road. Didn't care that we're here.
We're still running around up there, and here we are trying to get this bullet out.
2 bullets out.
2 bullets out. Yep, there goes all the powder. There's 1 bullet, and there's 2 bullets. Let's hunt, baby.
Oh my gosh, we're a bunch of...
That was foolish. Alright, so we finally got the muzzleloader thing figured out. So that's a bonus. But as we were standing there, obviously you saw those deer come down. They ended up going back towards where Aaron and Eric are. There's a bunch of deer in here and there's people pushing them, so we're gonna try to get in here and just kind of be hanging out, still hunting through, trying to wind bump towards Aaron and Eric. We've done this before back here, and it's pretty effective to get deer up and moving. It's just often hard to get them to a specific funnel, but Aaron and Eric are on the best one. Basically, we've got this big hay field right here, and over the hill there's a creek bottom that runs east and west. They are at the west end in the funnel, and we are coming in on the east end, blowing our wind right into that stuff. Should be able to bump into some deer here. It's gonna be pretty fun. Oh, hey, stop. Deer coming right at us. No, stop, don't move. I mean, it's right there, Logan, guys. I don't have a doe tag, do you? Shooter right there. I'm not kidding you. Right up there about 100 yards. Get on him. You see him? No. He's right behind him, right behind the spike.
He doesn't know what's going on.
I don't know that I ever... Oh, there he is. He's a good buck.
Yeah, he's really...
Alright. We're getting got a chance at him here.
Yeah, for sure. We just got out of the truck, made our way up right where we've seen all those does. When we had muzzleloader issues, we get up here maybe 100 yards from the road, and there's a little buck walking right to us, and had that been a shooter, it'd have been the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. Came to about 20 yards, Then he just saw us because we're out in the open as we're just walking in here. He gets a little nervous, turns around, and behind him, another 60 yards, probably 100 yards from us in the woods, was a real nice buck, and then a smaller buck as well. Just didn't seem to know what was going on. I don't know if they just heard us, but they weren't really that nervous, just kind of slowly walking up this hillside until we couldn't see them anymore. But I think there's real high odds at either us or...
Eric's gonna get him.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna walk right up there. There's a little ditch up there that they went up into. We're just gonna try to sneak up there, and if we bump them, we bump them. They're gonna go towards Eric and Aaron, and if not, we got a shot at them.
Yeah.
The pushmen are pushing. And they're moving. We got the volleys working and they're gonna come right down the fence. And gun season, baby. Let them eat.
Zach and Logan gotta be right up in there.
Yeah.
Toes, come on.
Yep.
See what I mean? How they're looking back.
Yeah.
See what I mean? It's not like a drive.
Yeah. Very controlled. That's an easy shot if you wanted them. Way more ethical. What? Way more ethical. Another deer.
There it goes. Good buck. Basically, for a call, you're gonna have to stop him. 2 or 3-year-old. Is there more behind you? No.
Should I shoot him?
He's done.
Did you get him?
Yeah, I got him, dude.
Are you serious?
I smoked him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No way.
Wind bumping, baby. That is insane.
No way that just happened. Did you get him good?
Yeah, I smoked him.
I jolted at the shot a little bit.
I saw him mule kick real hard. He's down right in there.
Can you believe that?
I cannot believe it, dude. They were looking behind him so intently. Like, they were just focused on that. Their scent drifting through there. 450 Bushmaster straight wall, baby. She barks. We were joking that it was gonna work.
We are just sitting here, guys, and we're talking about how this is about to work because the situation is just too perfect. We got a bunch of hunting pressure over to the south, a bunch of people driving over there, and they're just pushing more deer into this little thicket down here. And Zach and Logan are wind bumping it to us, and that is exactly how wind bumping works. They're not expecting anything. They're just on that escape trail, you know.
I mean, it's a classic example of like an overlooked spot too, you know. Like, it's a high stem count area, real thick. Man, he stopped in that opening at about 80 yards and
Corked him.
absolutely trounced him.
Yeah!
to have been us.
Yeah.
Because Logan puts 2 bullets in the muzzle.
That's a bold strategy.
Jake put a muzzleloader bullet in last night. He put one in right before we got about to go out, and it wasn't going all the way down.
Yeah.
I called Jake and he's like, we loaded it. So we are trying to get the other bullet out. Does start running down the hill right towards this road, like 10 of them, 10 or more.
Yeah.
So we get the gun fixed, get it loaded, get up in there, and right off the bat, dude, shooter going right in front of us. Just out of
load in
range.
the gun. Oh.
No, we got it. Just out of range. I mean, literally had a spike come right to 5 yards, and then he's behind him. And I was like, got to thinking, that water's to our left, water in front of us. Like, even if they smell us, they're going towards you guys, either across the top, down the bottom. We
Yeah.
basically followed tracks.
Really?
Whole herd all the way down here. So right here,
Yeah, dude.
we spooked
there.
them, and they went
Yeah.
right to you guys.
It's perfect.
What the heck happened? So, dude, I heard that gun and I was like, that was muffled like a barrel break. Yeah. And I was like, it was right. I told him, I was like, that was right there.
Yeah.
I looked up and I was like, there's doe. Like, there's another one. And they're like, oh, yeah, here we go. There's gonna
They're
be a
all
bunch of
looking
deer.
back.
And then all looking back. And we
Oh.
were saying that too.
It was
We're
just
like,
does and does and does.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
there was so many does came up towards us up there at the road, and they went back and pushed back across the top and must have dipped back down in because the bucks were behind them coming this way. And they somehow, I mean, they're boxed in by water. If you guys could see
oh, yeah.
where we came in, they're not coming across there because those dudes are shooting on the other side of the water and there's no deer coming towards us.
Yeah.
But like they're just running down around, and right
No,
when
I
we
know
crested,
they came from you guys. The way they were acting, it was
Yeah.
like we were talking about that in our interviews. It was like when they come through in their wind bump, they're going to be walking and they're going to be looking behind them. And every one of them was doing that.
was there any
smaller bucks?
I mean, we just saw one buck
Yeah.
and Eric shot it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you when we left the car, chalk it up, your tag's filled.
Yeah, if I would have had the presence of mind, I shot that buck.
There's does everywhere.
And all the does just kind of were like, whoa.
Dude,
and they're
how
all
hilarious
just
would have
standing.
been So dude, go down.
Yeah, I mean, I smoked him. Like, he's toast.
He's 80 yards and he mule kicked real hard. Right in there is where we were set up, guys. Right behind that bush that Logan's standing by. Eric and I were just tucked up with all that back cover. And those deer came out right down there, right down the pipe. And Zach and Logan hunted here not long ago.
Yeah, pretty interesting, and kind of how we set the whole thing up was right there. If you remember when Logan and I were hunting sometime in October, we had a couple bucks fighting right here in front of us. And we were set up right under that hedge tree about 20 yards over there. And like the whole plan of this is there's bedding areas pretty much throughout this whole creek bottom, and we were just gonna kind of ease our way through it. And there's a little bit of a funnel right where we were set up that day, and there's right where Eric's buck ran. So
Couldn't work out
Yeah,
any better. We
just-
knew where the bedding areas were and pushed them right from A to
I mean,
B.
dude, I can't believe it. Just worked out perfect. We've hunted here for years and never shot. I mean, I got a feeling we're gonna see this come.
Yeah, I don't think he's far. Where's our seat? See, Warb, I thought he was more like right in here. Because there's our tree.
Found that blood right down there.
Yeah, I think so.
Not much, but something.
It is blood?
I'm 95%
This
sure
is-
it is.
Yeah.
You got blood, Zach?
yeah, just down the creek there.
Right on the other side of the creek.
Oh, yeah.
And that's about 20 yards from where I found that other little speck that I picked up. I mean, I feel like with these gun hits, it's just not the same as a bow hit, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like good colored blood.
How deep do you think that is?
Deeper than you probably think. It's gonna be a bear. We may have to.
I bet you can jump it, but the only thing is getting all our gear.
Get over that.
Eric, I think you're going to have to get over that. Because
Oh
I can
my
see it.
God, dude!
Right there, isn't he?
I literally just
Where
saw
is
it.
it?
Right there.
Oh my gosh, dude! I was like glassing way up in there. Did you see him the whole time? You saw him way back there.
Oh my God.
right there.
Dude.
Well, unload that puppy.
Yep.
Guess we're gonna have to jump across that creek.
Way to go, Eric.
Dude, that is so
there
awesome.
he
Thanks,
is,
dude.
man. I can see that beam up over there.
Good size buck.
Yep. I think the plan is, hang on, I'm gonna one step
two-step launch.
I would get on that. Okay, however you want to do it, man. However you're comfortable.
You guys ready? Yeah. I'm kind of nervous. Ah!
There he is, dude.
Oh man. Heck yeah, guys. Dude, that is awesome. Heck yeah, dude. Dude, that's awesome.
Man, it sure knocked him on his butt.
Yeah,
though.
he didn't go very far. Dude, I'm so bummed.
Get your knife out.
Yep. Unbelievable, man.
December 1, right?
Yep. Thank you, dude. I'm so pumped.
That's pretty sweet, dude. That's
You can party hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can party hunt here in Iowa during the shotgun seasons. And I wanted to get Eric back down here hunting with us, so just bought my buck tag and
Yep. I get a doe tag, and if you have a doe tag as a non-resident and you're hunting with somebody, with the accompanied of the person whose buck tag you're using, you can shoot their buck and fill their buck tag, and that's exactly what we just did.
couldn't have worked any
No,
better,
no,
dude.
just
That's the
textbook.
wind bump right
Yeah.
there,
Oh, yeah.
folks. But they were so relaxed, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're walking through there, looking behind them, back up where that scent is coming from that you guys have been laying down through there.
Well, and
and like those does were playing and stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like feeding as they're moving through. You guys just nudged them out of there, and that's why he ended up just getting a perfectly stationary target.
Yeah.
right there.
Yep. No, it was perfect. I mean, if it,
Bushwhacker got him.
Yep. She ate. That thing has a wicked nasty muzzle brake on it, and it definitely.
We got to call
Definitely
Jake
rocks,
and
yeah.
tell him to bring the sled
Yeah,
down.
definitely.
The nice thing is we can just walk them right up out of that, right over that field.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Thanks, Ed.
Yeah, big thanks.
Yeah.
Big thanks.
Dude, that is awesome.
Sweet.
I'm so pumped. Heck yeah,
Lucky
dude.
son of a gun. Well, we got Jake coming down here. Next task is to try to figure out how to get this sweet guy across that sweet creek. It's gonna be weird. I would just pull that sled right to that water and we'll just dump the gear right into it. Thing's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty bummed. We shed hunted all that stuff years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember when you guys planted the little shed up on the
Yep.
road right there?
Yep, that was right up there.
Crazy they don't bleed, man. Those gun
Yeah, I
pits,
know.
they just sometimes,
weird.
like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And
It's either
I mean,
they
it's
bleed a lot or they don't
Holding
bleed.
in my hand. You were? Yeah, I was just like, I was molding it. I got all this all over my hand. Here it is. There's some there, and then where's the other one? I just threw it. Here it is.
You're just rolling
I was just rolling it into
Sometimes you get a little poop on your hand.
Can't take him anywhere.
what I do here, they just put a little
Take a little bit on there, a little Lowry's.
just a little Lowry's on.
That Lowry's really good though.
It tastes good. Guys, we're back at the house. We're eating Rick's deer heart from his buck that he shot today. And this is the first time I've had it.
Pretty good.
Actually, it's pretty good.
Just gotta season it a little bit.
But as you guys saw, we had a lot of fun today. It's good to have our buddy Eric back with us.
Yep.
And we haven't got to see him as much since he moved on to Vortex. Very happy to get him down here and get him a buck.
It was a blast. I
Yeah.
mean, all worked out literally exactly kind of how we wanted.
Yeah.
Got lucky, right place, right time, but there was strategy.
And we could sleep in this morning.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it worked out really good. But the wind bump was,
Spot on.
yeah, it was killer.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake, who's filming right now, just did a podcast with you guys, right?
Yeah, about that exact strategy. You know, we talked about wind bumps, opening day tactics, hunting pressure deer, and you know, I'm sure you guys will have that link down below. But basically, if you want to check that out, Jake, you were up in Wisconsin just last weekend, 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And same thing, hunting really pressured deer, public land. And I mean, we saw no shortage of people today.
Now, all kinds of people. Yeah, you can check that podcast out at the Vortex Nation podcast, right?
Yep, exactly. We're on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, the whole 9 yards.
We'll put a link down there below. But thanks, guys, for watching. And if you need to buy your loved ones or yourself a Christmas gift, check out the THP shirts. I'll put links to them below. Thanks, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. We got to finish this deer hard.
Yep.
Hey, get out of here. Get out of here.
Here you go, Rick. Save you some.
This is good, man.
Yeah, it is really good.